Hello, my name is Sin, and this is a snapshot of Soul Sacrifice Delta. Now, Soul Sacrifice Delta came out on May the 13th, 2014 for the PlayStation Vita in North America. And this is the... I can't really call it an expansion. It's more of a plus version of Soul Sacrifice. Just going to quickly continue my game here. I've only been at this for just under 10 hours, so... It's not as long as some other people, but you know what? I think I've got a decent impression of this right here. So, first of all, Soul Sacrifice itself is sort of the cooperative battle, Monster Hunter sort of thing going on that everyone's opting into these days. This is the Sony Computer Entertainment version of it, the second version. And Delta mostly brings a crap ton of little fixes to Soul Sacrifice that make it more enjoyable. As well, it mostly just fixes all of the minor issues that Soul Sacrifice originally had. I'll explain a little bit later. So, options menu, a couple of things that are worth bringing up here. Color space. If you look closely at the screen as I change color space, this is designed for standard brightness settings, meaning for a Vita 1000 with OLED. Wide is for LCD, but I prefer this anyways, even on my OLED Vita, because, well, it just looks better to me. Everything seems more vibrant, whereas as soon as you do normal, everything gets washed out for some reason. Health color and mind's eye. This here would seem as a, customization in case you want it. To me, this also seems to be an accessibility feature in order to have the blue, light blue system, which makes it easier for red-green color blindness, I believe. Thankfully, there is no, green in that spectrum. Otherwise, the red at the very end would be a pain in the ass to see. But just red on its own shouldn't be an issue for color blindness. I'm going to leave that on for anyone who's colorblind and watching this video. Language settings, subtitles, camera controls, inversion, toggle, or whatnot. All of these are mostly what you'd expect. Activity settings is whether or not you want to spam the crap out of the activity feed. If you go back to this screen, this activity feed down here, if you want to spam the crap out of it, then that's where you toggle this on or off. Anyways, onwards to Librom being a jackass. So as always, Librom is just, he chats all the time. Let's see here. Should I go for regular features or... Let's go to the blank page first so we don't have to come back out here. The blank page is, in a way, a procedurally generated dungeon. Well, not really dungeon. It's a set of missions, basically. So let's take this blank here. Create a page. You can select the difficulty. I'm just going to pick normal. I'm not sure if I'm going to run this. Memory is a cash shop item. For some reason, we can't even buy them yet. I'm not sure why, but okay. Offerings, though, it's... You just give the stuff that drops from enemies, and then you create another page. So I'm just going to throw... No, yeah, I'll use that. So this, and then 2 healing seeds. Just throw a whole bunch of offerings in here. Rolls the dice a little bit. What da 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 da. Come on, Librom. And we got... Well, let's see here. After that, you do get... When you complete all 4 of these and you get the accessory, you can see how it's, smudged out there. Normally, what you have to do is you have to use Lacrima, I'm not sure how to pronounce it. After you just rub the screen and you can open this up. Elven Queen. I'll do this later. I'm just going to go through a couple extra menus because there's a bunch of extra features. But basically, you can clear these missions. This one will probably take me forever, but whatever. And then you'll get the rewards. Just procedurally generating extra missions for you. Now, read the journal. Mad Chronicle is your missions. I'll get to that a bit later. Let's go to basics. Raw basics. I'll cover those first. So, appearance is just appearance. You can pick up a whole bunch of different customization items for that and whatnot. In this case, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, in the original Soul Sacrifice, you already had gender and head. Raiments, though, I believe it was... You were tied to the entire set being that way, or you had... I can't remember. Either way, you can pick your top, bottom, and whether or not you turn the hood on or off. Now, in terms of accessories, the hood is the default that comes with the set, whereas you can also just slap on whatever the heck other hoods that you found along the way. Voice is voice. Just as a note, the default female voice is like that sort of a voice. For the love of your own ears, change it. Allies, you can also get your allies here. They have different stats and whatnot. Let's and yay. They also have various moves, different stuff they do, all that good stuff. Right, the real deal here is faction. Now, in the old Soul Sacrifice, the faction would have just been Avalon. Avalon means when you had to sacrifice to renew offerings. This matters because in the old Soul Sacrifice, basically all the monsters had crap tons of HP, and you could only do so much damage with the offerings you already had in your set. So you basically were forced to sacrifice in every single mission because otherwise you wouldn't be able to complete it. Also, having a full sacrifice build meant that you dealt more damage, which meant you didn't have to use offerings as often. And it ends up just being, oh, everyone has to go 99 dark, 1 holy, or you just can't beat the game. Now in this version, what you do, the main thing they do is they change the action that renews offerings. Sorry, that might be a little bit confusing if you haven't played Soul Sacrifice before. I'll have to get into a fight in order to show you this stuff. But essentially, Sanctuarium and Grim, what they do is they give you extra options. Sanctuarium, the holy build, where it's more defense, less offense. You can instead save enemies in order to renew your offerings. Grim in particular, very handy if you were doing a neutral build in Soul Sacrifice, because before you would basically have to go plus holy, plus dark, plus holy, plus dark, and then halfway through a mission you'd tip over one side or the other, lose half of your sigil bonuses, and like, fuck. So this actually does let you evenly distribute your XP between the two, as opposed to being forced to go one or the other. Much handier if you're trying to do a neutral build, which is what I'm trying to do here. Other than that, overall, the sacrifice for everyone that's not Avalon is now enhanced magic and temporarily increases your attack power, whereas the Grim, the Fate sacrifice, hold L and R at the same time to do the even thing. That one will give you a... Well, it says energized body. As far as most people can tell, it's a move speed buff. It could also be an attack defense buff, but no one's been able to confirm it. Right arm, you have your sigils. I'm not going to spend too much time here, but essentially these are just your various boosts and stuff. As well as, like, the hand type, you can see here, it just changes the way it looks. But otherwise, different stats, different modifiers, all that good stuff. These are not really crafted. They are unlocked by collecting enough of a certain type of essence, life essence, dark essence, all that crazy stuff. Gain enough of it from the right monsters. This is also half of the reason why you go out there to grind monsters. The other half is to get more offerings. And I've been talking about offerings this whole time, so let's go to offerings. Offerings are your weapon set, or skill set, or whatever the hell else game wants to call it. They have different qualities so far. I've seen small, medium, large. There's probably a couple other different types that I haven't bothered to remember. These are just different attacks and damage and do all sorts of crazy stuff. So these are just the ones that I have. What you can also do is you can fuse them together in order to create new ones. So if I want to create the Iron Mill, then I can merge Falcon Feather and Fire Jin. It's Jin, right? Yeah, Fire Jin Arrow. I can create one of these, fuse it, sacrifice those two, or I can boost them by combining two together. And mostly what boosting does is it increases the number of casts. I would also like to bring up that you can no longer, like for example, combine a whole bunch of 3-star bronze ones together in order to create 3-star mediums in order to create a silver. Oh fuck, I just consumed my... Well, that's not very good. Give me a second here. Just gonna wedge that in so it works again. But you can no longer go from small to medium, medium to large by using the fuse feature. You actually just have to get out there and get the parts yourself. Apparently it was designed so you couldn't get higher level offerings more easily, but that's a pain in the ass. Ars Magica. Ars Magica is another one of the bonus systems here. What you do is you collect a bunch of different offerings and then your int increases. As far as I can tell, int boosts your attack and defense stats, and this is also a record of whatever the hell else stuff you've collected. Shows you stats on what these do, as well as where you can obtain the various different weapons and stuff. So it's handy to have. Also, if you can see it glowing, like you can see one of the icons glowing, just go into here and you'll get a title. That's about it. So let's just quickly collect the mine title. Yay, mine wielder. That's about it. Black rights, these will do some crazy ass thing and then debuff you for the duration of the fight. The only thing I've noted in Delta is that there are new ones, because if you've seen the Soul Sacrifice Black Right screen before, you know that there are a few more options here, but I haven't unlocked all of them because I've only been 10 hours in, so yeah. But yeah, there are a bunch more Black Rights. I still haven't found anyone cataloging them yet, so I can't really show you that. Other than that, Bazaar Ledger. No, we're almost through the menus, guys, don't worry. Bazaar Ledger is definitely Soul Sacrifice Delta. Like, hard to know the merchant. Debt Packs is just you do various stuff for him, and you'll eventually... Those are just missions. Buy raiments. These, initially, if it's something like, say, you can see iron, goal achieved over 9 int. For the first tier of these, you have to just... Like, it's basically just achievements. But after that point, when you get to, say... Over here, you can see how, in order to get color B, I need Cremation Claw S and Mole Claw S. Those are all the various offerings that I need to find and grind up and stuff. And eventually, you can, if you trade those in, then you can buy another color in that outfit, sort of thing. There is Shmee. She will just give you a whole bunch of different gifts based on whether or not you've accomplished things. These rumors will give you various different boosts, and they basically, the rumor system is the other new system, which allows you to modify the various missions you take. In this case, these modifiers will mostly give you XP, but this one, for example, when you go into a battle against a jack-o'-lantern, then they will affect calm. I've actually never seen that effect, but whatever. Also, you can just hold X for quick gain, just sift through all of them really quickly. I have no idea how many I've gotten so far, but there you go. Blink and you'll miss them. With RX, you can also just... You just give him offerings in order to get other rumors, so let's give him an Ember Tuft. Why not? And the Calm Grunts, or something like that. These all just modify stuff like AI or gains or whatnot. Cassus the Flunky, as far as I can tell, it's just Discovery Pact. I haven't really tried this yet. Shoot. Sorry, I probably should have tried this earlier, but I actually not 100% sure what Discovery Pact is. Posting is just Twitter. That's all the posting is. Leave gift, claim gift. These are Nier based. If you basically leave gifts on Nier or claim gifts from Nier. If you can use Nier, you can use it. It's just for offerings trading between various people in the area. There's also Faction Power Balance, which is mostly an online-only statistic thing. You gain SP by completing various missions, and then you can throw it online and win great glorious victory for your faction or something. Enough of that, let's get into missions. So, you have the same story missions on the right here from Soul Sacrifice, as well as the tutorial with Sotaria. Sorceress Deeds, though. This is slightly different. Packs are the packs that you would have gotten in Soul Sacrifice. But you have Avalon Sanctuarium, Grim, and Alice's Eternal Maze. Now, Avalon Sanctuarium and Grim, those are the 3 factions. These are extra story missions, exclusive to Delta. These, I'm pretty damn sure these didn't show up as DLC. Let's not go into Grim. That's a bad idea. So, for example, Avalon, you can see the Wicked Sorcerer, Child of a Werewolf, Child of a Monster, Ballad of a Werewolf, and stuff. These are various different characters. You go through their story. They tell you stuff. You beat missions and stuff. Let's see. So, let's go through a mission of some consequence, shall we? Burncode Assassin. Would this take too long? Yep, let's just do Turncoat Assassin Chapter 2 and I'll show you what's going on here.
Sanctuarium's rules on sacrifice see to it that only a select few of its members are allowed to kill. And even then, the act must serve to advance their lofty goal of world salvation. That determination rests solely in the hands of Sanctuarium's leader, Lenixian. A familiar name. But I knew her better as Sympather, the alias she gave when we traveled side by side.
Lenixian has ordered that death be bestowed upon you.
Why then ask for my death now?
Whoops.
Stranger than the order was the man she chose to execute it. While in Avalon's employ, he spared no words for those he sacrificed. He was their paragon, embodying all they stood for. And now this hardened killer asked his target to travel by his side?
Come, let us save that beast.
Surely no assassin ever spoke so frequently of salvation. He was quite the contrarian. Compassion unto all creatures.
Oops, that's the next page after the mission. That you're not supposed to hear that. Never mind. So after that, you just get into the mission screen. You can pick your stuff. You can also go into the Bazaar ledger and check stuff. Whether or not you want to get more rumors. You can also go to the rumor board. Grab one of your rumors. Let's see here. Any more? Oh. XP. Let's go. There you go. They'll just slap into enrich rumors. And then do the Phantom Quest. Phantom Quests, unlike the other ones, it's just Phantom Quests or story quests and predetermines who you go in there with. This is a mostly standards enemy, but I just wanted to pick something that didn't have a crazy amount of HP, because otherwise it would take too long to kill stuff, which would be a pain in the ass. So I'll just let it load in. You'll at the start of each mission you get this little cutscene about the stuff that's going on, but I prefer to just skip past that because it takes a really long time to get through.
Let death be their salvation.
So here we are in battle. Now one of the new changes to the battle system is spell combos. For example, if I use this feather for quick movement, lock onto an enemy, oh shoot, got too close to the boss, whatever, it doesn't matter, let him spawn for a second. And then combo it with something else, for example this melee weapon. I now do a special dash attack when you can see on the right side whenever it says Swift Slash. You can see just the red icon saying Swift Slash. This is the spell combo, and I can just combo it in and then get nailed by some random ass boss effect and die horribly. Thankfully Agrius does heal. Oh, where the hell's Curse's part? That leg. Okay. Oops. There we go. This leg. Oops. Alright. Just quickly finish this off because it's about to expire, I think. Heal up, and back to hacking away at his ankles. Damn it, Agrius, don't die already. You normally don't die on this mission. Don't die on me now. Well, I dealt no damage to him. Hopefully this won't take too long. Yay, I accidentally countered a nearby fiend. Huzzah! Either way, since the slime is basically the easiest boss in the game, you're gonna stare at me smacking this guy across the head for a while. Though I really love doing this like mobility dash strikes and stuff. It just looks so damn cool. Oh crap. And it ran out again. Because I'm using the crappy version because I accidentally merged the other one. Whoops. Yay, thank you, Agrius, for the heals. Now let's renew offerings because, I don't know, why not? Grab the environment effect and renew offerings real quick. Or slash his butt off. With a stunning attack. Let's change weapons. Do my axe. Because why not? Also, you can see with some different arenas, in this case, this platform will rise up. We can unlock him for a second. Bad. Stop hitting me, slime. And then you can just run up to the thing. Where the hell is it? There it is, over there. And then you can climb up on top of it. And then if you so desire, you can just like lob crap at him from up here instead of below. I'm chucking it over his head, aren't I? You can see just chucks crap at him. Oh wow, he's almost dead. Sweet. Alright, let's grab this. And let's finish this sucker off. Oops. Overall, though, I've noticed that a lot of the enemies in Delta tend to be a lot shinier. Like, the environments in particular, like environments and a lot of the enemy types, like, maybe I should have done Snow White, but, like, for example, Snow White looks a lot nicer as well. And I don't know, maybe it's just because of the extra color options. Or the environments just look so much better to me. Like, everything in Soul Sacrifice is dark, dreary, so gritty. It's like, that annoyed me so much. It's just, have some color in here. You can also have creepy and colorful at the same time. Either way, get past this quest. Let's fight something else. Let's fight something new that's not just a story quest. Also, one of the things about Grim is that normally when I get all those various little conditions, what's supposed to happen is I'm supposed to get an extra bonus to my reward. With the Grim faction, though, it's completely randomized. None of these matter. In this case, let's see what I get for a result. Faction rewards. And then the result reward is completely randomized. Cursebreaker also is, if I beat an Archfiend of some description, I get their offering, whatever the heck their offering is. So in the case of Slime Oozes, it's a heal item. Enough about that. And then I got some SP out of that, and then unlocked a sigil, which is nice.
Compassion.
And we're gonna skip most of the audio because sitting through it takes a while.
Now that I would be lying. In the end, my curiosity won out. But then, as now, she remains Sympatha, my partner in, like the partner within my arm.
I swear, every single story quest is like
Always
almost all of the story quests. Almost all of them. They just keep bringing it up over and over again.
By Egress's telling, Avalon.
I'm fast forwarding this because otherwise it'll take a while. All right, and that's that for that. That's it for that. Let's do a interesting looking enemy. Long battle, short battle. Let's do short battle. I don't want to take too long. Let's go to Seeing Red. Where is it? Snow White. Well, in this case, you can see the 3 new enemies for Delta. 3 Little Pigs, Snow White, Red Riding Hood. Now you know why the faction's called Grimm, because a lot of these buggers are based off Grimm's fairy tales. Let's do Snow White. Let's skip through all this dialogue.
There was no...
Alright, let's beat up Snow White. Change up my weapons, maybe? No, I'll be okay. Let's beat up a Snow White, and I'll show you one of the new monsters. Yes, I'm intentionally picking easy monsters, mostly because I just don't want to spend so much time bludgeoning them to death. So, like, yeah, it would take so long to finish, because several of these missions I just don't have good enough of offerings, and it takes me, like, 20 minutes for some of these, so I'm picking the easy ones on purpose, just to quickly get through them, show off what the boss is all about. Back to Rapunzel. Oh, let's see. Where the hell are you, Snow White? There you are. Okay, speed boost up first, and hack the crap out of Rapunzel. Out of Snow White. Because why not? Yep, this is Snow White. Oops, I accidentally casted the wrong thing. Oh god. Take that, 7 dwarves. Whoa. Like, basically got rid of all the dwarves really fast. Huh. That was a lot faster than I expected. That was insanely fast. I don't remember it being this fast. Okay, I think I screwed up. Let's pick a different enemy then. Whoops. That went way too fast. Whoops. Yeah, that wasn't supposed to be that fast. Let's do Red Riding Hood instead. Because apparently Snow White was way too fast. Red Riding Hood. There we go. I didn't remember it being this fast, but okay, that was crazy fast. Red Hood is a lot slower, thankfully. Bigger health bar, although I'll probably just chew through it anyways. Oops, my bad. Oh, that's what I get for using an L weapon on a level 2 mission, so... Oops. Another one of the shiny new environments here, which is the main reason why I'm picking these as well, is to show off some of the shiny new environments. There's Samilla, one of the new characters. Also one of the most advertised partners, but whatever. Skip past all of these damn fiends. Spawn the new boss, and hopefully not murder it in 10 seconds. Where are you? Lock. Lock on. There we go. Alright, so as you can see, new boss, new moveset. Thankfully I'm way over leveled for this, so I can just tank hits like no tomorrow. Am I killing it way too quickly or not? No, it's okay. Okay. I'm mostly just bludgeoning it to death because I can mostly. Oh crap. Run away. What the heck is this? I drop on healing power. I'm not gonna bother with that. Oh crap. Dodge that real quick. Oh crap. Get away from that again because I can't melee against that. Dodge through the tornado. Oh crap. Get away from that.
Keep it together.
God, those tornadoes annoy me. They also murdered me horribly when I was lower level, but thankfully I'm way over leveled for this. Just beat the crap out of Red Riding Hood. I'm partly damaged. You see, I just really like my melee. Because in Soul Sacrifice, using melee was so damn hard, but just because of the dash attack, like, I believe the evasion skill did exist in Soul Sacrifice, but the dash attack makes melee so much more viable, because you can quickly disengage from crap as the boss does their crazy big fat move, and it's like, normally if you're using melee, it's nearly impossible to avoid that stuff, as you can see there when I only dodge rolled away. But with the dash attacks and the ability to quickly move around and out, cancel like crazy, and then quickly get in and out of the fray. Gonna do that, and then just quickly close the gap, do extra damage. On a random note, melee also makes all the like sorcerer fights, as in the humanoid ones, where you fight other sorcerers, whatever the hell they're doing. Like, those fights become one hell of a lot easier with melee, because you just kind of blink around like it's Final Fantasy. And then just, like basically the fights against other sorcerers look something like this. Like, this is what they look like against other sorcerers, where I just find myself spamming over and over and over again. Dodge with the tornado again. I can just, like, crazy-ass light shows. Either way, there's another one of the new bosses. Hunting quest complete. And that's about that. So, I'm going to come to a verdict now. Now, mind you, I'm not someone who played a ton of Soul Sacrifice in the first place. I only played it for maybe 10 hours, and I played this for 10 hours. Overall, so I'm not going to say I'm one of the people who's an expert at this, but overall, would I recommend this game? To people who have never played Soul Sacrifice and are vaguely interested, Delta. 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 By all means, Delta. You get all the content that was in the original Soul Sacrifice, only you get all the extra stuff. If you're someone who has played Soul Sacrifice for a bit and... Actually, let's start on the extreme end first. If you've played a ton of Soul Sacrifice, Delta, Delta, Delta. You get extra builds that are now more viable, less pain in the ass. The Alice dungeon, which I should probably just at least show you the screen for, but Alice dungeon is basically procedurally generated. You have a limited number of offering recharges and stuff. Like, basically, Alice, you just stack more and more and more and more and more. Or, it's just procedurally generated. You go through as many archfiends as you can possibly handle. Again, this is great extra content, if only procedurally generated. If you're someone who played on the extreme end, you are also basically paying a DLC price for what would be, to you, a metric crap ton of DLC in the form of the Avalon Sanctuarium and Grim Stories. You also get a bunch of extra packs, I believe. Mostly because I can tell that the new guys are in the packs as well. You get a bunch of different characters you can party up with. And then, here's the other part. The people who played some Soul Sacrifice and are maybe-ish on the fence about it. I still say, Delta, Delta, Delta. I'm still saying that. Because stuff like having more builds being viable, stuff like not forcing everyone to sacrifice every single time. These are things that people were looking for from Soul Sacrifice, and it delivered. They delivered in Delta. This is the definitive version of Soul Sacrifice. It cleans up a lot of the issues, and I would also like to point out that normally it would just be this Sortaria and Bazaar stories. Memories Remain, you'd only just have these missions and that was it for the story. Whereas this basically Delta like doubles or triples the length of the story content. It's still worth it for the moderately interested players. This is Soul Sacrifice for everybody. It fixes all of the issues that need to be fixed. And overall, it's just, would I recommend this game? In case you didn't notice, Yeah! I recommend Soul Sacrifice Delta to everyone with a remote interest in Soul Sacrifice or games in this genre. If I would like to point out a gripe, though, it's still that a lot of the mid-late game bosses do feel kind of grindy. Although then again, that's not really a fault. That's more a fault that I would level at everything in the genre that's not Monster Hunter. Because Monster Hunter does have big-ass health bars as well, but the big difference is that you also have the big chase section in the middle that doesn't make it as much of a pain in the ass to deal with. Whereas everyone else kind of just, you beat on the boss forever. It's like, let this end already. Either way, TLDR, in case you didn't notice, buy Soul Sacrifice Delta. It's worth it. I swear. My name has been VSin. Thanks for watching.